Let me tell you that we are already 2/3 in the year 2024. And not only, we are pretty much coming at the end of summer. So I'm sure that we both don't want to get at the end of it regretting that we didn't do what we truly wanted to do, right? So personally, what enabled me to do a lot of crazy things and what I truly wanted to do this summer instead of doing like I did last summer, just wasting it away, were two things. The first one was understanding that I didn't want to get at the end of it, getting back to school and regretting not having done what I wanted. And the second thing was actually the 3-step framework that I will be presenting you in this video. But first, let me actually quickly present myself. My name is Andrea Puneri, and my mission is to achieve inner peace and total satisfaction in my life, and to help you out on the same way. So if you as well want to achieve total inner peace and a life you're fully satisfied of, make sure to subscribe. And you have to know that I plan every single week on my journal right here what I do. So I write basically every single day what I do, the activities, and step by step what I will do. And this enables me to be very productive, to know exactly what I want to do, and plan my day and my days, my weeks, so that I get the most out of them. But the thing is that by planning my weeks, I mostly have a very closed, focused, so that I perform very well the day. I am very productive. But the other day I had kind of like the feeling that I was being too narrow focused, that I was focusing too much on perfecting the day, and that I was kind of forgetting about the big picture. So just the other day I was there and on my monthly planner I switched the page from July to August because the month started. And I started to fill it out without even realizing anything strange. Then when I finished, I looked back at the date and I truly realized what that meant. If you are a student or if you have been a student, you know exactly what August means. It means that September will be coming very soon and we will be going back to school very soon. So in that moment, I realized that I was being too narrow focused, focusing on the day-to-day tasks, doing it very well, being very productive, but forgetting about the big things that I wanted to get done before the end of summer, before it was too late. That is where I remembered about the 3-step framework that I will get to in just a minute. And to be honest, it's a very simple and straightforward framework. It just consists out of 3 steps, which are the following ones. Think about it, plan it, do it. I just did it the other day because I like to do this exercise every now and then, because otherwise, as I said, I did it at the beginning of summer, but then I kind of ticked off all the things that I had planned and I forgot to do it, so I started to get narrow focused, only focusing on a daily task. So what I like to do personally is to do it every now and then, maybe every month, every 2 months. Just see when it works best for you. But now let's get back to it. So when it comes to step number 1, thinking about it, what do I do? The first thing I do is actually very simple. I take out pen and paper. Second thing, I put my phone somewhere where I cannot see it, where it cannot disturb me. Third step, I get into a quiet and distraction-free room. Fourth step, I start writing down the ideas that I have that I would like to do. The main big things that I would like to achieve in the next few months or in the next year. Then to help me out with those things, I have a few questions or a few mental tricks that I like to ask myself and use. The first trick that I want to share with you is to write down everything that comes into your mind. Sometimes there will come an idea that you straight away think is impossible. But the thing is that if you write it down, you can also not do it. You can decide to not do it because it doesn't work. But if you don't write it down, maybe it would have worked. And then you will be with a doubt So what I like doing is just writing it down. To help myself come up with ideas, I ask myself, what do I really want to do? No, really, really want to do. What would I regret not having done? For example, at the end of summer. What is a thing that I would be proud to talk with others? What is a thing that I would really be happy to have done? And if you don't have any ideas, or if you feel that something is missing, just bring that piece of paper with you wherever you go, just for a few days, and with time, you will see that new ideas will come to your mind, and just write them down. That's all there is. We get to step number 2 now. Plan it. That step is actually very simple and straightforward. What I did was very simply, for every single thing that I wanted to do, I set a priority. So the most important, second, third, fourth, and so on. Now that you have set priorities, what I like to do is to identify what would need to be done, what costs and sacrifices you would need to go through to get that thing done. The next thing that we want to do is to understand if it's actually possible to do everything. Because maybe you start thinking that something will not be possible. And here a mental trick that I like using is asking myself, what if someone held a gun to my head and he told me that I had to do it? What would I do to try to get it done? And then we get to the next step, which is that if you really realize that it's not possible for you to do everything, or at least right now, then just start eliminating from the bottom of your list, from the least important things first. Great. Now we get to the next step, doing it. Here, you want to get your final list, put it on another piece of paper, or at least that is what I do, and I write down for every single thing that I want to achieve, starting from the most important ones, all the steps that I have to go through to get there. And here is now where the magic of doing it actually starts. And I got this trick from the 4-hour work week. You plan the first thing you do today, the second thing that has to be done tomorrow, and the third step the day after tomorrow, so that you start taking action straight away. Now you're actually taking action. And if you follow these steps, I am 100% sure that you will get, at the end of this summer, maybe you're a student like me, you will be there with the teacher in front of you. You will sit down on that hardwood chair at school, look the teacher in the eyes with a big smile on your face, because you know that you have smashed this summer, bro. That is what awaits you if you actually use this. A sense of peace, that you have no regrets. Personally, I think that is invaluable, to be at peace with yourself knowing that you don't have any regrets. Anyways, I hope that this video really helped you on the way towards achieving inner peace and the life you're totally satisfied of. If it actually did, make sure to subscribe to not miss on the future value that I will give you. By the way, I will put the summary of this video in the description down below, so if you want to use it as a guide and don't remember every single step, that is totally fine. You have everything you need down there. And now we get to this week's quote. Remember that life is kind of like a song, bro. So dance slowly and hear the music. Because if you focus on only dancing impeccably without ever hearing the music, the song will be over before you even realize it. I wish you all the best and see you in the next video.